This is perhaps the very last gacha game you'll ever need to play. Well, until the next really awesome gacha game comes out. Rewinding Cadence, Silver Palace, Azure Premilia, Dananta, whatever. There's a whole lot coming in 2026, even more coming in 2027 and 2028. But this game right here, this game is going to mark I think, a new direction for gacha games because it is being led, developed, and published by ShiftUp, the people that created NIKKE, the people that created Stellar Blade. Which means we're going to get some absolutely degenerate looking characters. And if the artwork is anything to go off of, yeah, it's going to look great. Now, let's go through the reasons why I think it'll be the last gacha game, or at the very least, one of the new core parts of your everyday routine. A global launch has been targeted for 2027. This was reconfirmed and reinforced when ShiftUp posted their latest investor calls as of February 2026. They did confirm that there are going to be more details at some point later in 2026. This is very reassuring because that means based off of everything that they've developed thus far and the stage of development that they've moved through, it's actually going on schedule, moving on schedule. It was confirmed that the game is being developed for PC and mobile right from the get-go. This isn't a mobile game with PC cross-platform functionality. It's not a PC game with mobile cross-platform functionality. It's a PC and mobile gacha game. They do have a deal with Level Infinite that explicitly includes console functionality being built on Unreal Engine 5, co-developed theoretically with Tencent affiliate Yangxing Interactive. It's also worth noting here that the sequel to Stellar Blade is expected to come out before this new game does. I will point out there's been no gameplay, no trailer footage or anything of the sort yet. The image that you saw earlier was the only image that they released up until this point. There have been job postings, however, and there's been an official description that do paint a very clear picture for the game. What we know, what has been definitively confirmed is that this is going to be an open world action RPG, so something akin to Arknights Enfield, something akin to Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves or Azure Premilia, Dananta, Silver Palace, Neverness to Everness. It is going to have large explorable maps, so it's not going to be an urban gacha with just one singular city like NTE or like Ananta. So therefore, I think it'll be a little closer to something like Wuthering Waves. The game is going to feature actual fully fleshed out dungeons, which I think is actually more than WoWa has, more than Genshin has, which could also be very, very cool. NIKKE focuses on, well, let's be real, asses. But it also has a very large emphasis on guns, rifles, shotguns, snipers, assault rifles, machine guns, pistols, artillery. This game, though, this is going to be different because it's not going to have that militaristic feel. Instead, it's going to feature swords and martial arts with a focus on hack and slash combat with console style 3D action. This sounds really good because we're going to get an open world like WoWa. We're going to have RPG content. We're going to have large explorable maps, fully fleshed out dungeons, along with real swords, martial arts, potentially magic combat. That's a stark contrast to what ShiftUp currently produce and what they have, but at the same time, it could also be really freaking cool because it's so different to what they currently have. And at the same time, due to it appealing to that same kind of target demographic, it's going to have that much more potential to compete with WoWa, to compete with Genshin, to compete with any other game that releases that occupies that same demographic. There are going to be heavily character-dependent systems present, with different characters feeling distinct and different from one another. The job listings actually ask for experience with games like Genshin Impact, like Zenless Zone Zero, like Dynasty Warriors, like Ghost of Tsushima. So I think based off of this, we can expect some very fluid, very stylish, evidently anime, JRPG-inspired combat, maybe narrative with exploration, with character collection, gacha elements present. I don't know if the character collection is going to feature exclusively females like NIKKE does, or if they're going to be males as well. I mean, I love NIKKE and I love how they're just all women with the exception of, like, I think 9S, the little robot guy. But I do like how they're pretty much all women. I know Azure Premilia has all women, but I do think that it opens up, even if it's just like one male per major patch, it opens up the game to more, which means that it has the ultimate potential to do better overall when compared and competing with its direct competition. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. ShiftUp themselves have confirmed that it is being positioned as a brand new intellectual property, something that they're going to build on the foundation of. It is their first attempt at a full open world gacha RPG that features Eastern fantasy. It is a brand new flagship title built in Unreal Engine 5. Looking at more of the job postings and hirings, they are still actively hiring. They've been hiring since roughly June 2025. They've confirmed that they're expanding their team significantly for this project. They have a battle and combat planner. They have a level designer, both for the open world, for large maps, for dungeons. They have a lead content planner, character artist, monster artist, background artist, scenario writer, screenwriter, a UI artist, cinematic animator, pre-visualization artist. You are required to have experience with Unreal Engine 5, experience with open world and JRPG anime style games, along with console quality 3D RPG design. So for people that I think were hoping it would be more along the lines like visually and aesthetically of Stellar Blade, that's probably not the case. It's evidently it's going to be kind of NIKKE, but I think more anime. So somewhere along the lines of Wuthering Waves, but with voluptuously shaped women. Which is, honestly, that sounds great to me. Very fast, fluid action combat, beautiful open world, hot waifus, anime aesthetic, NIKKE's or ShiftUp's ability and to tell a narrative, a deep, complex, compelling narrative from the get-go. Because Stellar Blade's story was fantastic. NIKKE's story is one of the best in the entire gacha. This game is going to absolutely be a banger hit. You know it. I know it. They're also hiring for global publishing, global marketing roles now that Level Infinite is confirmed to be on board. What you can take away from this is going to be one of the biggest breakout hits of 2027. Hasn't really started, or they haven't really started marketing the game yet, but it is confirmed to be releasing in 2027. There have been no setbacks. Everything seems to be moving on track, and hopefully they release information or a trailer at some point in 2026. They confirmed that more info is coming, in theory, in the next several months. So be on the lookout. Papa Stix has been covering this since day one, and you best bet your ass is going to be covering this up to release when I subsequently play it and thoroughly enjoy it with all of you. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.